And see, and just like that, I have to make a second video because a phone call came in and then the phone went and did something retarded. Those are the kind of things that I'm talking about. Those are the things that are driving me crazy. Like, I've had this phone over 3 years. I know how to use it. But now I can't seem to get it to work right. Now, so let me adjust a little. Sorry. Alright, so I'm going to pick up from where I left off. So we'll call this part 2 when I label it up and put it in my YouTube. Alright, so the last card we had was conflict and defeat, right? So like I said, I am feeling very conflicted. But my intuition is so strong at this point. So I'm going to guess that a lot of you are having the same kind of thing. So when I say intuition, I feel like things are happening and you're having that deja vu moment. You're feeling like you already experienced this, or this just happened. Like, am I dreaming? That kind of feeling, okay? I know you understand. Whatever this energy is, however it's making you feel, share it with me, because I'm feeling like I'm alone in this. Because I'm intuitive, because I am empathic, and because I am being called to this life to help others, I feel like I have to share what I'm going through. And it's not nice. It's not fun. It doesn't feel good. Like, I've never had this many issues now 3 times in a row. Like, I want a Groundhog's Day do-over just so I can go back and rewatch it and see what the fuck has happened. Or what did I do? Or what did I say? You know what I mean? Like, don't you wish you could just go back sometimes and see what the fuck you missed? I feel like I need to see what I missed. And maybe it's not even important. Maybe I missed it for a reason. You know, God's protection, God's wait a minute. The rejection is God's protection. Let me get that right. Okay. So, I saw the card choose wisely at the bottom. So some of us are being faced with some choices in this time right now, collectively. We're all going through some choices and changes. And it is creating mental conflict. Yes, it is. And just know that whatever it is you're going through, this has nothing to really do with your current life situation in the skin, okay? This is above that. This feeling, this thing that's driving me crazy, is trying to tell me something, and I need to share it with you, but I'm not really sure what to share with you because I'm not sure what the fuck it is, okay? I want to thank everybody who's been watching my videos and commenting and sharing with me, because it really does make me feel good to know that somebody is watching and hears me. I'm definitely a different reader than what you normally watch. I'm not looking for pitfalls and damages in life and, you know, trying to put threats out there to people. I'm trying to share what's going on, what is really going on in the world. And I'm not talking about politics. I'm not talking about the everyday mundane life, go to work, go home, go to work, go home, go to work, go home. That shit. That's basics, everyday stuff. You are in control of that in the 3D world. But we're talking about the higher consciousness. There's something definitely else out there in control here. And it's kind of weird. I feel weird about even talking about it, but recognition and reward. So somebody is giving you the pat on the back you deserve. You just don't know it. That's how I feel, right? Like, I've worked my butt off most of my life at regular jobs, and I have never had this much difficulty ever. So I know that the universe is trying to steer me in the right direction where I'm supposed to be. And I know that I feel like I'm disappointing other people, but I have to do what's right for me. And I drop cards. And you have to do what's right for you. So nobody should be in judgment of that. whether they agree or not, whether they see a different perspective, and maybe they're even right about their perspective. But at the same time, there's messages coming to you from the universe as well, you as a collective. And some of you are getting it and some of you aren't. And I'm at this stage right now where I feel completely blocked. Like, my role, my purpose in this moment of time, in this new moon solar eclipse that's coming tomorrow, I think. I don't remember the date, so I don't know. I don't top my head, but positive movement forward is coming after that. So hopefully this heaviness, this heartfelt heaviness, is bringing us into awareness of something that we all need to know, which is going to lighten up our load. And that means removing toxic shit from our lives, removing toxic people from our lives. That means removing toxic jobs from our life if we have to. And I say it in the sense that it fucks with your health. This is what I'm talking about. What is in your life is messing with your mental health, your physical health. Whether you have anything to do with that or not, that's not on me. But I know how I'm feeling right now, and I feel like I'm crazy. Okay? But I know the signs are telling me what I need to know, and I'm telling you what they're telling me, moving on. So we are becoming aware of what's not good for us. We are going to move head positively forward. We will be recognized for what we are good at and what we need to have in our lives. And that mental conflict is slowly but surely going to leave. But for now, it's almost like we're all going through some kind of loss, a grief. Like a death. If you lost an animal or you lost a person, there's something missing, right? Choose wisely. Whatever you're doing right now, don't make big decisions right now. I will tell you that, because that will definitely be your undoing. Follow that intuition, because, like I said, the crown chakra, the heart chakra, the solar plexus chakra, your intuition is telling you something for a reason. So if you are not really listening, or your intuition isn't connecting to you by your mind, it is connecting to you by your body. It is making things happen, like diarrhea, like migraines, like upset stomachs, like your legs and your back and your neck hurt, like things that never really happen that often to you, all of a sudden are happening all the time. Like, if you saw my videos last week, I looked like death. I felt like death. Look at me today. I don't feel much better, but my intuition tells me there is some major conflict going on and defeat feelings in my life right now, and I feel very defeated. But I know I have to choose wisely going forward with whatever I'm going to do, and I really have to meet my maker on the shadow side to see what I can do to blend my negative side with my positive, so my dark and my light. And I've been doing a lot of shadow work, but this one is like, boom, smack me right in the back of the head like Denozo. I mean, the accelerated motion I'm talking about. So we're working on fixing these chakras and getting them aligned. I really wish I had bought that piece of equipment I wanted for my business, but I will eventually. They have a scanning machine that you can do. You can set up the information into this machine and it will scan you. You don't even have to be in person to have it happen. And it will tell you what chakras are out of balance, and it will tell you how to correct them, things that you need to work on. And I can tell you a lot of people need to be working on their shadows. They have books in the store. They have books online. They have all kinds of YouTube videos. You should definitely start looking at dealing with your shadow. I have 2 booklets that I work on every now and then. Plus I have something online I work on. But everybody should be considering moving on from whatever shit is in their life, toxic-wise. People or places or things, it doesn't matter. You need to become painfully aware. That's your magician at the same time. And start moving forward in a more positive frame. You see the sun right behind that ship? Okay. That mental conflict that you're feeling, it's not going to go away unless you start dealing with your shadow side. So let me give you an example. I want that pat on the back for a job well done. I felt like it's long overdue. I feel like that's my ego, okay? So ego, shadow, however you want to put it. I also want to do so much to help other people, like this kind of a thing here. And if I'm sharing me, I'm dealing with my shadow. That's what you need to know. This is me dealing with the shadow side of myself and trying to put it out there in the public forum for you to see. I'm dealing with feeling very nauseated, very much, and that's probably part of the reason why I have the diarrhea. I am so not feeling well, and at the same time, I don't feel bad. Like, it's very hard to explain. Like, I start going to do something, and the energy turns my stomach. I have to walk away from where I'm at the moment and go the other direction. Like, the energy, there's like evil. Like, there's something evil lurking around me or connected to me. So I've been doing my candle stuff at night. You all know I light my candles and I say my prayers and my mantras for everybody. Just like when I'm driving on the road, I always say a mantra before I drive down the road to help me and all of us in the transition to and from our destinations, that kind of thing. So that's something I do every day as well. But I can't give all that energy to everybody else and not give it back to myself and try to figure out where it is I need to find my place. So it is very hard for me right now to see the light. This is the Sun card in the tarot, but it's there. And I know it's there for a reason. So the shadow and the light are coming together, and I'm dealing with it. But I cannot shake this nastiness inside my... Like, somebody is trying so hard, something, negative entity of some sort, is trying to get to me and take my light. And I gotta tell you, this morning I just felt so down, so depressed, so angry. Like, why can't I do this? What is... Like, I felt like I was walking like Eeyore. No joke, in Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore. You know how slow he walks. You know how slow he talks. This is how I was feeling. Like, why am I in slow motion? And then I couldn't get my thoughts together or speak. Like, fuck is going on? Like, so we are moving on. And we're leaving things behind. And it tells me we're going to be in the sun and celebrating. I don't feel like celebrating right now. So I'm sure that I want to believe the sun is coming so that I can help celebrate and see the light and move forward, and 14:14 on the timer to confirm what I'm doing. But I had to make 2 videos to tell you all this. Let's see what else is going on, okay? Let's see if there's just anything else the energy would like to come through and share with this collective today. And remember, all my videos are free, timeless, and for entertainment purposes only. All of my donation information, and if you would make a donation, I would greatly appreciate it. If you cannot, it is okay. Don't worry about it. I want to help as many people as I can. That's why I'm trying to monetize on this location with YouTube and TikTok, and I'm trying to grow my business so that I can help more people from feeling like this, because this is mental health or physical health. It doesn't matter. So when you need that help, you should be able to find somebody that you can connect to and start making that fix in your own life without spending oodles of dollars on this great person who isn't all that great. I've been to psychics. I've been to mediums. I've been to people like me. I get more out of people like me than I do the psychic mediums. You know, I would love a message from my mother, my sister, my father. I think he should be in hell, and that's where I hope he is. Sorry, I know most people miss their fathers when they die, but I never had him as a father. He was just a sperm donor in my life. And there's many things that he's done to me, to my sister, that I can't let go of. I can forgive him because he's gone now and I can't change it, but I can't. The truth of the matter is, I sit in judgment of my own father for making the choices he did and hurting me and my sister the way he did. And I'm thankful that I saved my sister from him, but I'm also mad at my sister. Sometimes, not all the time. Judgment is very hard when you hold it against yourself. You also hold it against other people and people that you love. And so I try very hard to not go there. But if I don't share the feelings I have about my own situation, how am I going to help you? Sorry. How am I going to be able to connect to all of you out there and show you that there are ways to do it? Okay? There are ways to help other people. There will always be ways to help other people. I come to cemeteries to sit because I figure, and there's always one or two people that find their way. But I draw them in because that's what the energy does. I don't want anybody to be hurt. I don't want people to feel like I feel right now. And it's hard for me. I could sit here and cry right now. And, I'm just not the person who cries in front of people. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to help you today, but I hope somewhere along the line that this message comes through for you. Harvest. And the sun's behind his head, so I know it's going to get better. Material harvest will be like the 9 of Pentacles. I mean, it's a beautiful card, and I have hope for it, since we've seen the Sun card, and we've seen the Moving On card, and we've seen the Recognition card. We know the good things are coming. And it's definitely going to be after solstice. It's going to be after fall technically starts. And we're going to have a winter this year. And it's going to feel like winter, believe me. I may have to change up what I'm doing because physically my body isn't where it needs to be able to do the job I'm in. And that really sucks for me because I was excited about this job. Really excited. But foundation and achievements, I know where I can go, where I can rebuild, where I can try again. You know what I mean? And that's what we need. 4s are about stability and structure and safety and security and all levels. Okay, so that's what I need to feel right now because I don't feel very secure or safe. But there is another 6. This is like the 6 of Wands, right? Victory and success. So there is 2 cards. Recognition, fulfillment of wishes. Here you go. The 9 of Cups, right? And harmony. So we are going in the right direction with all of this. And I know that things are going to get better. I do feel that. But for the last probably 2 weeks, I have not. And the struggle to find positive in what I do has been really hard. And I'm usually the positive one. Ask one of my friends, she'll tell you. I'm usually very positive, and I usually push other people in the direction of staying positive. I guess I'm not the only one wanting to hang out in the circle at the cemetery here. It's okay. What I do need you to know out there as a collective is that it is going to get better. That's what this message is about here today. Material harvest. It is September. We are in harvest season. We are moving forward. The veil is very thin, so I will tell you and advise you to work on your chakras. Deal with meditating. Connect to hugging the trees and walking in the grass and get into the ocean. If you're close to the ocean, God, get grounded. For sure, you need that grounding. I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards. We have the 6. This will be the third 6 today. The 6 of Cups, but this is memories of love. Okay, so yes, we are missing people, but we are still in victory. So I need you to understand that you cannot allow your past or your feelings or your hurts or anything else from the past to discolor your future. Because we are going in the right direction. We are raising and ascending. We are growing. We are learning our way. And I don't want you to feel like that's not what's happening. And I want you to know that if you are feeling any of the symptoms I was talking about, you are not alone. All right. The bottom of the deck, Willow Spirit, flexibility. So we all need to learn to be flexible to a fault. All right. Because jobs today aren't going to be just one thing. You have to know how to do 15 things in one job. And it's not going to pay the greatest. I know that if I have to do away with the position I'm in right now because of my health and whatnot, and because nature is pushing me to that, universe is pushing, then I know that it's going to put me in a place where I'm going to feel more secure, even if it's at less money. Okay, so I have learned the hard way that making more, doing more doesn't mean you're better. It's not how it works. Okay, let's see. I'm going to pull cards from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck right now. And let's see if we can pull some kind of guidance for this solar eclipse, partial solar eclipse, new moon, solstice. We talk about things all at once, right? We just had the black new moon. We had the planets in reverse. Okay, so bottom of the deck, we have the crystal cave. You see the light in her hands there? Crystal cave and trust. So I'm telling you, you need to trust the universe just like I have to trust the universe. And I need you to work in meditation. I need you to work with yourself in meditation and write down things as you feel them. Deal with your shadow side. So if you're the kind of person who has a short temper, I'll try to give you a decent example that isn't about me all the time. If you are the person who has a bad temper, why do you have a bad temper? Okay, so give me an example. Why do you get instantly angry over something? What happened to make that a trigger for you? That's what dealing with your shadow is about. You have to go back and figure out in your mind, in your heart, with meditation and grounding yourself to nature, you have to figure out what put you in that trigger, so you can work on not allowing it to trigger you anymore. Okay, so I will tell you that as a child, I was molested by a family member. And it took me a long time to be able to share, because back in those days, nobody talked about such things. And that was a shame. You should be ashamed of yourself, right? I was also raped by a 14-year-old back in the day that we didn't talk about it. And those were friends of family and such. Well, the person in my family who did that to me used to wear Old Spice. When he shaved with Old Spice, and he was slathered on the Old Spice. So for a long time, when I was working in early retail years of life. Anytime I would come across that smell, I didn't even know, okay? I didn't realize it was a trigger. I would become so depressed all of a sudden. I would get in such a funk. I would feel like I needed to go home and take a shower. And I was too young to really understand why that had that effect on me, okay? I did do many years of counseling over different things. Losing my mother-in-law, losing my dog. My husband and I split up. And I was blindsided. And there was so many things going on in my life as an adult, early adult life, that I had to go deal with those things. And meeting myself in the middle with a counselor to help me get through and see things as they were, not as I thought they were. So Old Spice used to make me feel dirty. And so today, I'm okay with Old Spice. But you need to figure that out. And you need to be able to do something to help you figure out what triggers you. I did not know that. For so many years, I was depressed and miserable. I would bark at people for no reason, like I was this controlling, nasty bitch, as per my husband said. Even friends of mine said that I hated the world. I think I did hate the world for a while, because after my mother died, who never knew about it, or she knew about it and never protected me, so I didn't know which way it went, right? And when I finally realized that I wasn't the only victim in that situation, my mother was, a cousin of mine was. They don't know that I know, but I figured it out by their behavior. After so much time with a therapist, pointing out the things that triggered me. So, part of working on your shadow, got chills. Part of working on your shadow means you have to figure out what triggers you, and you have to figure out how to connect it to the behavior that happened to you and blame that, not the Old Spice, in my particular situation. Okay. Also, when I went to college, I learned some things, because I did devote myself to a psychological education. So I took sociology, psychology, abnormal this, abnormal that, all the things that I thought I could do to help myself. And I did realize that you can't put yourself in therapy by yourself. You can't do it. But you can learn how to teach yourself what is triggering you, and go back in your own mind and try to connect to the action that happened that created that trigger. And most of the triggers in my life go back to those moments of being sexually molested by family and raped. And then my husband at the time, who wasn't malicious, okay? But no means no. And when people don't understand, it doesn't matter if you're married or if you're living together or if you're whatever. No fucking means no. And when somebody pushes past the point of no, that means you are disrespecting the boundaries I put up. I don't care who you are. You blew it. No means no. That goes to every single person out there who doesn't understand that. When somebody, no matter who they are, what sex they are, what the situation is, no means no. So when I say no and you do it anyways, we're all done. That's the trigger, okay? I want you all to understand this time that we are going through is bringing those things back alive for me. So that's why I am sharing it with you right now. And I want you to understand, I'm sharing this so you can learn to do what I'm doing to correct the behaviors in your life. You need boundaries. You need to make sure you stick to those boundaries. It is not fucking okay once you've set that boundary for somebody to break it. You get that, right? It is not okay. So now that's enough of the experiences in my life at this point. Let's see what the universe wants us to do going forward. And I do send love, light, and healing to all of you, anybody who has gone through anything I have just described in your life. I want you to know you're not alone. I want you to know that healing is possible. Forgiveness is for you, not for them. And once you get to that point where you are able to forgive something, that also means it's in the past. And you have to learn to live going forward without... Now, does that mean that I won't have emotions or grief about it? Absolutely, I will. So won't you? You will still remember things. You will still think of things. It will still happen in your mind. And it's okay as long as you don't stay there. You are allowed to grieve. Grieving is different for everybody. I can tell you, my mother died, my sister died, the father I didn't give a fuck about died. I have really cousins in Nebraska. I have some family in Red Hook, New York, and I have some friends and family, my own family, children, grandchildren. And I'm living now to play with my grandchildren. Elves. Playfulness. Allow playfulness. Trust in the universe, right? That was the first card, trust. Trust in the universe. Going forward now, we're getting past our shadow problems. We are connecting together and bringing the light to the dark. The dark doesn't like it, okay? And it's going to push you. It's going to make you feel guilty. Don't allow it to take you there for too long. Know that you are protected going forward as well. Guardians of the land, that's why I'm telling you. September is here. Get outside. Enjoy the colors, the foliage. And I gotta tell you, spring is my favorite, not fall. I do love the colors, the changing, and all of that. But my mind directly goes to ice cold wind chills below 20, and having to deal with snow and sleet and ice. And although today is a gorgeous day, 70 plus degrees, feeling the way I feel today, like I've been feeling like this all week, it's not comforting. Like I'm trying, I'm searching, I'm looking for some place to feel comfortable right now, because I'm feeling very uncomfortable with all the things that I've talked about, and the things that come back up. But you are protected. You need to know that. So those of you that are feeling what I'm feeling or going through what I'm going through, please share in the comments. Let me know how we're doing, because I can certainly give some advice. I've done my own therapy, physically, mentally. I've done all kinds, and I'm having to find ways to purify. Yep, 45, which is a 9. Unicorn purity. I'm finding ways to purify and move forward. Forgiving is one way to do it. Dealing with shadow moments in your life and adding light to them so that you are now connected to the positive that comes from learning from lessons that we didn't necessarily want in our lives, okay? So we all learn from losing people who pass away, who die. We're all going to die. But I mean, sometimes when that happens beforehand, so you don't know how to necessarily deal with or grieve situations that happen unexpectedly, but you have to. And it is 5 different stages, okay? I did learn something in psychology, and I know it's not easy, and you will go through those 5 steps at some point or another in the rest of your life on this planet. But I also want you to take the time to see the beauty involved in it. There is a purity in finding out things about yourself that you never knew. And you have to trust the universe to be able to do so, okay? And since I'm feeling a bit self-conscious like these people next to me over here, nobody ever comes to the cemetery when I'm here. And they not only came to the cemetery, they have to park on the left side of me in the grass. And they probably don't even have anybody buried down here. I do. My mother's here. My grandmother and grandfather's here. My aunt is here. I have other uncles and such. So, know that as we go forward, miracles are coming in. So, as tough as it is right now that we're feeling, I'm sorry I keep looking down. I thought I lost a card. As tough as things can feel stranded, like you feel stranded alone right now, you're not. You are very protected. There is somebody here and now helping you go through the very transformation you are dealing with. And you are not alone in that. It takes time to learn how to meditate if you don't already do it. It does take time to grow in what you're doing. And it does take time for you to understand that sometimes things happen to us to help us. And they don't feel like it's helping us at the time. But later on, you realize how many more people you can help because of what has happened to you. And I always told y'all, when you watch my videos, I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about Joe Schmo down the hole, because why would I talk about somebody else? My experiences should be able to help you out there as a collective, and that's what I'm trying to do here. So please like, share, and subscribe. Go back, watch some of the videos that I've already recorded, and I will be back again to give more guidance, more readings. I am doing personal readings with a special for $25 for 30 minutes. As you can tell, I know how to talk too much. And $40 for an hour. The only thing I need from you is a birthday and a time, so I can give my energy to that birthday time that you were brought into this world, so that when we get together to do your reading, I have an equipment in my mind. Not just what your sign is, but what else is incorporated with being you. And the energy comes in better that way. So once again, my name is Intuitive Niche, and I hope this all has helped you. It is part 2 because I had a technical difficulty. So please make sure you watch the first part. It is just as important as the second, okay? And I know it's going to take you over a minute so you can watch it in pieces, right? I'll be back soon. I'll do more readings, and we'll get back to the signs on TikTok and YouTube as well next week. All right? And maybe I'll have some updates with whatever the hell's going on with me, too. Have some prayers for me. I hope it's nothing that's going to put me out of work, because I like to work. But at the same time, I like working what I do here, to help all of you. Intuitive Niche, signing off. Like, share, subscribe. Please find me over on TikTok as well, and follow me. Share some videos out there. I do all kinds of videos for the signs, for the collective, and for the person. I also am practiced in Reiki, energy healing, and I make jewelry. So I have a page on Haven Jewels, Haven, capitalized Jewels, on Facebook. You can actually go in and take a look at some of the things that I've made. I don't know if I have all of them. I do sell them pretty regularly. I've also made lots of gifts and given them away just because that's who I am. But go ahead, take a look there. See if there's anything that interests you. My emails are connected in my description boxes below. Please request a personal reading or jewelry. I have gift certificates available as well. I thank you for spending time with me today and every day that I come to see you. Have a great, great week. And remember, stay strong. This is passing. And be aware of your surroundings and listen to what the universe is trying to tell you. Take the advice. Have a great week.